Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon back on the test server, and we're looking at some more Metal 2. One of the things I didn't cover last time, because I was talking mostly about the content, was they added some new artifacts. And the first one that you get, I think this is from one of the starter missions. It's either the pointer mission or one of the dailies that does it. I wasn't paying attention to how it dropped before. But this is it's a precision artifact, and if we look at the description, it's kind of new because what it does is it actually adds a tray item or a loadout. So if you have this equipped, you are going to need to give up one of your powers in the loadout slot. So the way it works is you kind of power up that one tray item with your combo counter. So as I have it now, I probably over leveled it. Realistically, this should be rank 80 because I kind of like to test like what's realistic. So when this goes live, I'm obviously not going to be 142 on it. But at least we'll get to see some of the effects, because I'm not sure what actually opens up at level 80 anyway. But we do have the first level of this opened up. So, as I understand, it's 8 to 12 hits is applying something called bleed damage for 12 seconds. And then if you do 13 plus hits, the special loadout does 200% of base damage, and so that's a pretty good bonus. It's not exactly 2x your total damage because it says base damage, so that means it's probably not including, you know, like the league buffs, your generator, and the augments. So let's take a look at this. So I have it in the third spot. That's typically where I keep my supercharge. On my particular loadout here, that was the only thing I could think of to take out the supercharge. And this is pretty much acting like a fast supercharge because you are building up to it, and then you're just firing it more quickly because a supercharge takes a long time to build up. So if we go in here and just hit it right away without building it up. Oh wait, that was kind of high. You know, I think that may have saved up from the last time, from when I was hitting the targets before I started recording. Let me try it again. Okay, that seems more normal. So this thing seems to store up. So like if you're fighting one mob, you get the combo, you are powered it up. It is being powered up, and it'll save until you fire it the next time. So if I do it again, yep, okay, so it should be, yeah, that number will always be fixed because that's 2x base damage. You could like reverse the math and divide that by 2 to figure out your base damage. Okay, so if I hit 8 times, and then let it go. So if I hit 8 or under 12, it's still not powered up yet. Wait, let me read that again. So you got to go 13 to get that 200%. Applies bleed damage over. Okay, so you actually don't need. Oh, it's a two-step thing if you have it fully leveled. That's what it looks like. So if you don't have it fully leveled, you have to do the 13 hits. And then you just get that like big hit after the 13. So that's probably comparable to a supercharge because it fires more often. That would just be up to experiment to see which one actually turns out to be better. Probably favors different play styles as well, because if you don't fire the supercharge as often, you're trying to save up for a boss or something, this might end up being better in the long run. Yeah, so if this was fully powered up, you would do like a short combo, and it counts powers too. You would apply that, so that would turn bleeding on, and then you have to fire another 13 hit, and then hit it again. Wow, that was really high. And one of the things that I first thought about, like before, like when I just read the description, is I was wondering if it was hot swappable. And by that, I mean like if you're in the middle of combat and you swap out the item, you swap out the artifact for a different one, which I often do. Like I always plan it so that the bottom one is the one that's going to swap out with one click. In case you're in the middle of combat, and then quickly swap this one in. So that loadout does disappear. If I swap it back in, it reappears. But it doesn't fully work because when you swap it out, it just turns blank. It doesn't fill in what was there before. So you can't like go from supercharged to this thing. If you swap it out, you're gonna lose like whatever's there, which probably, in most cases, that's gonna defeat the purpose of swapping it out. I mean, the application I would have used that for is like Eye of Gemini, because that's like one of the. It's not fully leveled here, but you can see the description. This one doesn't really provide a benefit while being in. It only provides a benefit when your supercharge is full. So yeah, the way I play my character on live is I keep this in the inventory, but I don't equip it until the supercharge is full. But yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to test. I'm not sure how many people actually do that, so yeah, if you do that, let me know in the description, because I am curious if other people kind of swap things in the middle of combat. I typically do that like with artifacts. Like there are some alerts where, like in boss fights, I'll actually go through 5 different artifacts. It's like the 2 fixed ones, and then like the 3rd one I just keep swapping out like whenever the situation calls for one of them. And I typically do that with trinkets as well. Like instead of the 4 slots, I'll end up using like 5 or 6 different trinkets. Alright, so that's pretty much a look at the Gem of Horus. So it seems like it's a pretty good one if you're going with weapons, although it does build up with powers. Let me do no weapons and just powers. Wait, actually, let me clear it first, just in case. Yeah, so it is counting all hits. Seems to only hit one target though. Just power it up again. Yeah, it's only one target. So I think maybe the strategy for this is, since it's single target, you just use it for the boss. So like, typically they'll have a cutscene, and then you can properly swap it in. I think the first time you swap it in... Oh wait, it's going to take over that slot no matter what. Wait just a second. Let's do this. Okay, this doesn't have it in the loadout. Alright, so if I swap it in... Yeah, the first time you swap it in, you're going to have to go to the loadouts and actually put it there. Then after that, it kind of remembers it. So if I swap in AI, it just takes it out. And if I put Horus back in, it takes back that third slot. Okay, well that's just a quick look at one of the artifacts that's coming with Metal 2. Hope this helps you out, and thanks for watching.